Next idiom is let's pencil in a meeting for next Thursday. This means to tentatively schedule something knowing it's not yet definite and might change. The phrase comes from writing temporary plans with a pencil, allowing easy revision. It conveys flexibility. Listen to these examples. Can we pencil in a quick catch-up for sometime next week? It suggests an initial plan needing confirmation. Or, they penciled in a site visit for Tuesday, but it's still unconfirmed. Both highlight the plan as a placeholder, awaiting finalization and flexibility.
Similar expressions are tentatively scheduled or provisionally booked. Tentatively schedule is formal for an unconfirmed plan. Provisionally book implies a temporary reservation for services. Pencil in has a more casual, flexible tone, while these alternatives are explicit about the arrangement's non-final status. To recap, pencil in means to set a tentative plan, stemming from using an erasable pencil for temporary notes. It signals flexibility and the expectation of possible changes, perfect for initial discussions. So, next time you need to make a flexible arrangement, don't hesitate to pencil it in. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is cutting corners on quality is penny wise and pound foolish. This expression warns that saving a small amount by compromising on quality often leads to larger, more costly problems later. It's about being short-sighted. Originating from 17th century English proverbs, it contrasts a small penny with a substantial pound, illustrating how apparent savings can hide significant future expenses. Let's see this in action. The City Council's decision to use cheaper materials for the new bridge was penny-wise and pound-foolish, as it now requires extensive repairs. They saved little, but incurred huge future costs. Similarly, if you cut corners on your car's maintenance to save a few dollars, you might end up with a much more expensive breakdown later. It's truly penny-wise and pound-foolish. Both examples show small immediate savings leading to larger regrettable expenses.
Other phrases include short-sighted economy, for cost-cutting lacking foresight. To spoil the ship for a ha'porth of tar means ruining something valuable for a tiny saving. Our idiom, like spoil the ship, highlights the costly outcomes of misplaced frugality and disproportionate loss. In summary, cutting corners on quality is penny-wise and pound-foolish warns against short-sighted savings. Sacrificing quality for small immediate gains often results in far greater later expenses. This idiom, rooted in history, encourages long-term thinking. Remember it when tempted to compromise quality for minor savings. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the company pivoted to a new business model. This means the company made a significant and fundamental change to its core operations or strategy. The term pivot comes from the French word for a mechanical turning point. In business, it became prominent in the early 21st century, especially in the tech startup world, to describe a deliberate and often radical shift in strategic direction after an initial plan didn't succeed. It suggests a decisive, foundational alteration, not just a minor adjustment. Let's see how this idiom plays out in context with a couple of examples. First, after several failed product launches, the startup decided to pivot to a software-as-a-service model, targeting enterprise clients. Here, Pivot highlights a complete overhaul of their product and customer focus. They didn't just tweak, they fundamentally changed their offering and target market. Our second example, faced with declining physical store sales, the retail chain had to pivot to a stronger online presence and e-commerce strategy, shows a similar deep transformation. The company shifted its entire sales and marketing strategy from brick and mortar to digital, emphasizing a new way of doing business to ensure survival and growth.
While to pivot implies a major strategic shift, shift gears or change course are similar. Shift gears suggests altering pace or approach within an existing framework, like, we need to shift gears and focus on retention. Change course means altering the general direction, as in, the project manager decided to change course. Pivot, however, signifies a more radical, foundational reorientation of the entire business model, representing a much deeper transformation of the core strategy. To recap, the company pivoted to a new business model means a company made a significant and fundamental change to its core operations. Originating from a mechanical turning point and popularized in tech business, Pivot emphasizes a drastic, deliberate shift in strategy, often for survival or growth. Remember, it's more than a minor adjustment, it's a reimagining of the business's foundation. Using this idiom correctly shows you understand the depth of such strategic decisions in the business world. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, the team was encouraged to challenge assumptions. This phrase means to question deeply held beliefs or established ideas, aiming for new solutions. It's a fundamental concept in critical thinking, gaining prominence from the 20th century in business and academic environments to foster innovation. This encourages us to look beyond the obvious. Let's illustrate with examples. First, the new CEO urged everyone to challenge assumptions about how we approach customer service, leading to fresh ideas. This shows questioning old methods for improvement. Second, in scientific research, it's crucial to consistently challenge assumptions, no matter how long they've been accepted, to ensure progress. This highlights reevaluating established theories.
Consider think outside the box and question the status quo. Think outside the box promotes creative solutions. Challenge assumptions involves analyzing fundamental beliefs. Question the status quo addresses current practices. Our idiom delves into deeper, underlying principles. To recap, challenge assumptions means to question established ideas to foster improvement and innovation. This phrase encourages vital critical thinking in any field. By daring to look beyond the obvious, we open doors to new possibilities and progress. So challenge those assumptions. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the lawyer worked pro bono for the nonprofit. This means the lawyer offered professional services for free for public good or clients unable to pay. Pro bono is Latin for pro bono publico, meaning for the public good. It signifies a professional's voluntary, unpaid contribution to the community. Consider these examples. First, many doctors volunteer, offering pro bono medical care at community clinics. Doctors donate their expertise. Another, the architect took on the project pro bono to design the new homeless shelter. This shows professionals beyond law also offer specialized skills for good causes without charge, demonstrating voluntary contributions.
While pro bono means professional services for free, voluntary work and charitable service are similar. Voluntary work is broader, any unpaid effort. Charitable service covers activities for a cause. Pro bono specifically emphasizes donating specialized professional skills, making it distinct in application. To recap, pro bono means providing professional services for free, primarily for public good. Originating from Latin, it reflects a service commitment. Many professionals, not just lawyers, offer expertise pro bono. It's an impactful way to contribute specialized skills to the community. Listen for this term in professional contexts. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the startup is punching above its weight in the market. This vibrant expression means that despite having fewer resources or a smaller size, the startup is performing remarkably well, competing successfully against larger, more established companies. The idiom originates from the world of boxing in the early 20th century. It refers to a boxer who manages to win against an opponent from a heavier weight class, showcasing unexpected strength and skill. It perfectly captures the essence of an underdog achieving great success. Let's look at some examples to see this idiom in action. First, despite being a small team, their indie game studio is punching above its weight with critical acclaim. Here, the studio, though small, is receiving significant recognition for its quality, performing better than expected for its size. Another great example is the new restaurant, with its limited budget, is punching above its weight by attracting a loyal customer base. In this case, the restaurant, despite financial constraints, is succeeding in a competitive market by drawing in many regular patrons. Both examples illustrate how a smaller entity can achieve impressive results against greater odds, demonstrating resilience and innovative spirit. Notice how the core idea remains consistent across different contexts, from creative industries to hospitality.
There are a few similar expressions you might consider. Hold its own means to maintain a competitive position or avoid defeat, but it might not imply the same level of surprising success as punching above its weight. For instance, a small company might merely hold its own without necessarily outperforming. Another phrase is overachieve. While overachieve points to exceeding expectations, it lacks the vivid, combative imagery of punching above its weight, which truly emphasizes the competitive struggle against stronger opponents. Choose punching above its weight when you want to highlight impressive, unexpected success against significant disadvantages. To recap, the startup is punching above its weight in the market. Vividly describes an entity that is performing exceptionally well relative to its size or resources, often in a competitive environment. Rooted in boxing, it celebrates the underdog's unexpected success. Remember, this idiom is perfect for praising businesses, teams, or even individuals who defy expectations and achieve great things despite facing tough challenges. So next time you see a small player making a big impact, you know exactly how to describe their amazing efforts. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is renaming the product was only a cosmetic change. This phrase describes an alteration that is merely superficial, dealing only with appearances rather than addressing fundamental problems or making genuine improvements. The term cosmetic itself originates from the Greek word kosmetikos, meaning skilled in adornment. It evolved to describe changes affecting only the surface without altering the underlying substance. This idiom is perfect for highlighting situations where a seemingly new presentation hides old issues, emphasizing that true progress requires more than just surface-level adjustments. Let's look at how this idiom is used in real-world contexts. Imagine a company trying to improve its product's image. Our first example is, the company tried to boost sales by redesigning the packaging, but it was only a cosmetic change. The product itself still had quality issues. Here, the new packaging might look appealing, but it doesn't solve the core problem of poor quality. Similarly, consider a situation in politics. Our second example states, the new policy looked different on paper, but critics argued it was only a cosmetic change, offering no real solutions to systemic problems. This shows how an alteration, even if presented as significant, can be dismissed as merely superficial if it fails to tackle the underlying challenges effectively. Both examples underscore the idea that true improvement requires more than just a surface-level alteration.
For similar expressions, a superficial change is very direct and often interchangeable, both conveying an alteration that is only skin deep. A more colorful and critical phrase is putting lipstick on a pig. This idiom implies trying to make something fundamentally flawed or unattractive appear better, often suggesting the effort is futile or misleading. While cosmetic change can be a neutral observation, putting lipstick on a pig typically carries a strong negative connotation, implying deception or a wasted effort on something inherently bad. To summarize, the idiom renaming the product was only a cosmetic change highlights that an alteration was merely superficial, failing to address the deeper, more significant issues. Drawing from the literal meaning of cosmetic to describe surface-level adornment, this phrase reminds us that true progress often requires more than just changing appearances. Next time you encounter a situation where modifications seem to be more about perception than substance, you'll know exactly how to articulate it. Keep an eye out for these subtle distinctions in your everyday English. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is companies engaged in a race to the bottom on pricing. It describes fierce competition where businesses reduce prices or standards for market advantage. This often leads to decreased quality, lower wages, and overall industry degradation. This economic concept gained prominence late 20th century. Let's use it in a sentence. First, the intense online streaming market saw companies engaged in a race to the bottom on pricing. This shows platforms pushing prices down. Another, fast fashion brands were engaged in a race to the bottom on pricing, exploiting labor. Here, it critiques businesses compromising ethical standards. Both illustrate competition's negative spiral.
Undercutting competition means offering lower prices than rivals, a tactic within the race. Downward spiral is a broader term for worsening situations, often an outcome. Use race to the bottom to highlight industry decline from aggressive price or standard reduction. To recap, companies engaged in a race to the bottom on pricing means businesses relentlessly lower prices or standards. This results in reduced quality and unsustainable practices. This late 20th century idiom warns unchecked price wars degrade industries. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the software's scalability allows it to handle millions of users. While not an idiom in the traditional sense, this phrase introduces a crucial technical concept. Scalability describes a system's ability to efficiently manage increasing workloads or expand its capacity to accommodate growth without performance issues. Its origin lies in computer science and engineering from the mid-20th century, emerging as a core principle for designing robust systems that can adapt to future demands. Understanding this term is essential in today's technology-driven world. Let's explore this concept with some examples. First, our new cloud platform boasts excellent scalability, effortlessly supporting thousands of simultaneous transactions even during peak times. Here, scalability means the platform can handle a huge volume of operations without slowing down. It's built to grow. Our second example, developing a scalable back-end architecture from the start is crucial for any successful startup aiming for rapid user growth, highlights the proactive aspect. It emphasizes that planning for scalability from the outset is vital for technology companies. Both examples show how anticipating and accommodating future demands is key in software development.
While scalability is a precise term, we can consider similar ideas. The system's capacity for growth is a more general phrase, focusing on the potential for expansion but less on the efficiency under load. Designed for high-load environments emphasizes the current ability to handle heavy traffic, but doesn't necessarily imply easy future expansion. Scalability specifically combines the idea of handling current large loads with the flexibility to grow further. Use scalability when you want to convey both robust performance under heavy use and the potential for future expansion. To recap, the software's scalability allows it to handle millions of users, refers to a system's vital ability to efficiently manage increasing workloads and expand its capacity without performance issues. This essential concept, rooted in computer science, highlights foresight in design. By building scalable systems, we ensure they can adapt and grow with demand, offering seamless experiences even as user numbers multiply. Keep an eye out for this term, as it's fundamental to understanding modern technology and its capabilities. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is innovation is the company's secret sauce. It means innovation is the unique, crucial element giving a company its competitive edge and distinct success. Originating from culinary arts, secret sauce was a proprietary recipe. It became a business metaphor for an irreplaceable core strength. Let's see it in action. For tech startups, disruptive ideas are their secret sauce, challenging giants. This shows unique ideas as a driving force. Also, Apple's design philosophy and user experience are their secret sauce, not just the hardware. Here, distinct design and user interaction define success, highlighting an irreplaceable factor.
Similar phrases include competitive edge for an advantage over rivals and core competency for fundamental strengths. However, secret sauce implies a unique, often proprietary, and elusive element that's hard to replicate. It captures a deeper sense of distinctiveness beyond just a general advantage. In summary, innovation is the company's secret sauce vividly conveys that innovation is the unique, irreplaceable factor driving success. Like a chef's special recipe, it sets a business apart. Use this idiom to describe that special ingredient for success, emphasizing creativity and forward thinking as paramount in the corporate world. I'll see you next time with another great expression.